Olusegun Ladegbuwa. My name is Olusegun Ladegbuwa.
It is a rebellion when we resist and disregard authority, but it is a revival when we do our best to trigger, restore, and renew life. Many do not intend to be rebellious. In fact, many are totally oblivious of the fact that they possess visible traits of rebellion. They think they are being bold, defensive of what they consider true and correct. Sometimes, rebellion begins as an act of fighting for the helpless, to deliver the bound or oppressed, through the brave act of questioning the unquestionable, in a way that is void of humility and honor. While it is good to be a voice to the voiceless, or dare the undareable, yet it should not be done in a way that is void of honor and due obedience to the laws of righteousness. Rebellion happens when people elevate and exalt themselves above systems and persons that they are expected to submit to. Isaiah chapter 14 verse 13. Every man that has ever pioneered rebellion began by walking in the counsel of the ungodly and standing in the way of sinners before they finally sat in the seats of the scornful to equate or even exalt themselves above the authority that God has placed above them. Psalm 1 verse 1, Isaiah 14 verse 13. Come to think of it, what would have triggered Miriam to question Moses if she has not equated or even exalted herself above Moses? Numbers chapter 12 verse 1. Just imagine Lucifer thinking about ascending above the heights of the cloud to be like the Most High. Isaiah chapter 14 verse 12 to 14. Of all the beautiful things to think about God and His marvelous works, too numerous to mention, the only thing Lucifer could think about is how he will exalt himself to be like the Most High. Korah, Dathan, and Abiram are also biblical figures who walked rebelliously. While they thought they were speaking for the voiceless, they rose against the leadership of their days, to question the unquestionable, dare the undareable, to trash their lives and generations as a consequence for championing such without due obedience to the laws of righteousness. Book of Numbers chapter 16. What would have also prompted Sheba against David? 2 Samuel chapter 20 verse 1. If not rebellion, he eventually crashed his life through this kind of negative bravery called rebellion. 2 Samuel chapter 20 verse 1 to 16. The spirit of rebellion usually appoints its victims to supervise every move of their leaders in order to be able to point out their errors and shortcomings. Then it triggers its victims to be confrontational. Beloved, fighting a just cause in a way that violates the law of righteousness is what makes rebellion a rebellion. I know you have an anomaly that you desire to end. I know you have noticed some errors you desire to fight by all means. Yet, I'm here to urge you to achieve your goals in strict obedience to the laws of righteousness, since two wrongs will never make a right. Also, when dealing with authorities, remember to get some wisdom tips from Nathan the prophet. This will help you to understand how you can bring a king to his knees for repentance through your sermon and avoid John the Baptist's method of sermonizing kings unto repentance, lest you lose your head. Ministry and life has a consequence for preaching to an arrogant sinner in a way that will not aid his transformation. 2 Samuel chapter 12 verse 1 to 22. Matthew chapter 14 verse 3 to 10. Let me say this to you again. That a leader is wrong does not mean the followers will be justified for addressing the anomaly in a wrong or an unrighteous manner, void of honor and godliness, because two wrongs will never make a right. Don't champion a rebellion, but lead a revival instead. Don't be caught organizing a coup d'etat. Lead an awakening to righteousness instead. You can be radical without being a rascal or mafia. In conclusion, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as though you were working for the Lord and not for people. Remember that the Lord will give you as a reward what He has kept for His people. For Christ is the real master you serve, and all wrongdoers will be repaid for the wrong things they do, because God judges everyone by the same standard. Colossians chapter 3 verse 23 to 25. May the Lord give you understanding. God bless you. Jesus is Lord.
This is Olusegun Ladegbuwa, stretching beyond the temple to reach the lost.